Hi everyone, this is Liz from Creative Life of Liz, and I am here planning for the week of September 29th through October 5th. This is in my B&R Paper Crafts Plan B planner, and I'm also using a kit from B&R Paper Crafts. This one is called Celestial. This is the deluxe kit using matte vinyl. So I have this page with full boxes. I'm gonna especially pull in the full boxes that kind of have to do with like the occult and things like that to kind of fit with the spooky vibes of the month. And then I have bottom washi and date covers, glittery boxes, some functional things. This is an older format kit for this one. Some check boxes, 4 more full boxes, and some functional things. Glitter headers, little things. And then on this one, non-glitter headers and washi strips. So for this particular setup, I'm going to use these headers. I am going to do it as to do today little things, I believe. I'm also going to put in the date covers and the bottom washi and one of these, let's see, I'm gonna put in the date dots as well. And then I think while I am at it, I'm also going to put down the checklists. So I think I'm going to do all of that stuff, speeding you through all of it first, and then I will be back so that we can do the interesting bits. Okay, here is where we are at so far, and I think it's looking pretty good. It was a little bit of a challenge to get everything straight, but hopefully it now is. First thing we have to sort out is the full boxes, which we have 13, I believe. So for this one, I think for sure I'm gonna use the occult, the like whatever fortune telling one this is that matches the bottom washi. I usually try to avoid the matching, but I think I want to use it this time because it does really fit with the vibes. I do want to use the crystal and the crystal ball and the magic spells. And then I feel like this necklace also fits the vibe. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for sure. This one is also crystal ball, so that's 6. And then I feel like maybe the people are the other 2 to add. So maybe I add these 2 as the last 2. So I know the 2 crystal balls definitely go together. I feel like the 2 people go together. And then I feel like maybe I would put these 2 together and these 2 together. That might be what I go with. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use this as my quote box to match the bottom washi. Hopefully I can get this straight. There we go. I think that looks reasonably straight. Maybe I should try again. I will say the matte vinyl does peel up super well, which is really nice when I am inevitably unhappy with how straight anything is sitting. There we go. Okay, so then I think I'm gonna put the magic spells book here in the center. There's gonna be just like the tiniest of gaps here. I think my goal is to end up essentially with no white space, but we're gonna see how that goes. I think up next, maybe I want to put the crystal balls. feel like that could be kind of fun. So here's one on this page. Just a tiny bit of white space. I always feel like the white space is more on this page for some reason, and I'm not really sure why that is, if the boxes are somehow spaced slightly differently on this page for some reason. But it just kind of is what it is, so we're just gonna go with it. And then I'm gonna stick this one right here. This feels very not straight. Still don't know how me sticking it down again did not make it more straight. Okay, maybe that's a little better. Then do I think I want the people or these two? I think maybe I'm gonna put these two next, and I think I'm gonna do it with the crystal over here on Tuesday to kind of break up the boxes that seem kind of black and white a little bit. This one is still really bothering me. It just feels like the space is a little uneven. I'm gonna leave it though, because I think I'm just gonna make it worse. And then that puts this one right here. There we go. And making this header a hair more even. All right, and then I think I'm gonna stick the eyeball here on Monday. If I can get this lined up properly. There we go. And then this person here is going to go on Sunday. All right, there we go. So that just leaves this one as the one that really bothers me with how everything is aligning, how much white space there is. So let me see if I can try again on this one without tearing the box. Give myself just a hair more in the way of white space. Try to align, and then I'm going to try to align the header a little bit better as well. All right, I think we're going to go with that as close as we are going to get to perfect. But I think it looks overall pretty good. Moving on to the sidebar, I have a whole bunch of things that will hopefully help with this. Maybe this one? I don't know. I need basically everything, I guess. So I'm going to start out with this one that says this week. That feels like a natural place to start. There we go. And then I think I just want to use one habit tracker. There are two. There's one on this page, and then there's one on this page. So I think I'm just going to use the bright blue one. If I can get this peeled up successfully. There we go. I'm going to put that down next on here. And then I don't think, yeah, I don't really have anything that's like obviously socials focused in the icons, so I'm just gonna not stick anything down for that. And then I do want to stick in a header next. I think I want this one that says dinners. And I'm going to stick this in right here. I feel like it's slightly longer than the habit tracker for whatever reason. The habit tracker feels slightly too short, I think. All right, there we go. Gonna go with that. And then I do have on this page a checkbox that already has all the days of the week on it. So I'm going to use that. Okay, somewhere something is not perfectly straight. Okay, I think that's as close as we're gonna get there. Next thing, I think I want to use this last checkbox, so I need another header to track whatever else. I could track the this week. I could track next week. I don't usually track work in this planner because all of that stuff is kind of like private, can't share client information stuff. I could also track my workouts potentially. I think I'm going to track it as this week. Being the most logical choice. There we go. And then I'm going to take this one that does finish off that page, which is great. I'm going to try to line this one up as well. All of this lining up does like make the assumption that everything is perfectly square. Okay, I think that we're going to go with that, and that covers everything there. Okay, making progress. Moving on to the dailies. I do think I'm going to set that one aside. I'm not going to need that one. I do want to track work as my first thing for sure. So I feel like those little things don't really work. I think I'm going to set this page aside as well. I don't think I'm going to need that one. I could use these tiny boxes. I could use these little boxes. I feel like I usually use these, and I try to finish off this page and not have any leftovers from it. But I feel like I want to do, sure, why not? Let's just make it match what I usually do. However, I'm getting rid of the white space that I usually have. So that's going to press them up right here, and I'm going to have like a ton of space to put things. So I'm just trying to pick colors that don't match either the checklist at the bottom or this little guy at the top. And we're going to get as close as we can. I think that's going to leave one of these, but we'll sort that out on the next page. The next thing I want to mark, take out the garbage, is not really going to fit super well. I am going to put in the plan with me. Technically, to make this a fully no white space spread, I should put like washi behind this. However, I don't think I want it to be like that amount of no white space. So I am just going to press this up so that the tops kind of touch, and we're going to go with it like so. I think that's all I have for Monday. Tuesday, I really don't know what's going on. And the same thing with Wednesday. I don't think I have anything planned for either of those right now. So we're going to move to the second half of the week now. So we need to find a strip. I think I can use this one here on Friday. The reason I just double flipped back is because I was uncertain that I'd put these in the order that I wanted them to be in. Well, we are good. Everything still looks fine. All right, and then I need one more that doesn't match either dark blue or this one. I think I want to just put in let me see, what color did I use on Wednesday? The bright blue. So maybe I'll just use this blue here. Hopefully you can't hear the thunder in the background. It is starting to rain here. All right. Sticking this in, this page is cut a little deep, so it was hard to pull up this strip. But there we go. That's in there. And then on Friday, I am going to post my second video of the week, which is going to be my September monthly. So let me see if one of the little things will kind of work. Do I want the alarm or do I want the little thing? I think I'm going to use this one with like the little computer. I'm going to stick that right there for the video. And then Saturday, I do actually have something to post, to put on there. And I'm going to use this little package. Right here, it is my mom's birthday. So I will need to make sure to give her a phone call and say happy birthday, all of that good stuff. And then Sunday, I'm not really sure what's going on right now. So I think we're gonna go with this as the pre-planning. Pretty bare bones for sure, but it's looking really cute. Obviously, I have a ton left for this. Some functional things, some decorative things. This page is upside down. Lots of washi strips to kind of fill in the empty spaces. So lots of options. This page is done. But we'll see what direction I end up going to kind of fill in the space for the most part. But I am liking how it's looking. So stick around for just a second to see the finished spread. Here's the finished spread. I think it turned out super cute. It was a little bit challenging for me to use this kind of like minimal white space style because it's very much not what I usually do, but I do really like how it turned out and I think it looks really cute. Unsurprisingly, even with that, I still have a good amount of the kit left. I have some washi strips, headers, little boxes here, some more boxes here, most of this page of functional stuff, glitter headers, some little things, some more headers and flags, date dots, weekend banners, some more functional stuff, and a couple full boxes. And then 3 more full boxes on this page. And then I did finish the page with the checklist and I finished the page with the bottom washi and stuff. So those will go away. But I'm gonna throw the rest of this into my stash to use later. I do have another of this full box page, so I should have plenty to do another spread for sure, sometime next year probably. But I think it turned out really cute. This was a really busy week for sure for us. Lots of things going on at work, lots of things going on in our personal lives, but it was really good as well. We ended up going to a concert, we ate out, got a few things done, all that good stuff. But I think that's all I have for today. So as always, please like and subscribe below if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. It helps me out. Let me know how your week went down below, or if you don't have anything that you want to leave me like a star or star related emoji just to say hi. I would love to hear from you. And we can build a little galaxy-like thing down in the comments. And then also follow me on Instagram and Blue Sky at Creative Life of Liz. I show in progress and finished spreads. I tag the shops on Instagram. I include them in addition to a description in the alt text on Blue Sky. I also show you bits and pieces of my life, what I'm reading, all that good stuff. And until next time, bye.